All right, today we're diving into something pretty fascinating. It's a blueprint that's all about building community wealth and self-sufficiency, literally from the ground up. It's called the Atwood Cooperative model, and honestly, it might just change how you think about what a community can be. And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. We are not just talking about agriculture. We're talking about a plan for a whole new way of living, one that's integrated, sustainable, and built to last. So, what is the big idea? Let's kick things off by exploring the core vision. The dream that's driving this whole thing. Okay, just picture this, a community where technology and the land are working together in this perfect, self-sustaining loop. If you look at the diagram, it all starts with a solid foundation of broadband communications. From there, you can see how that powers digital transport and delivery systems, which in turn unlocks all these mobile apps for things like healthcare, education, you name it. It's a really powerful, self-reinforcing cycle. So that's the vision. It's ambitious, right? But how is it actually structured? What's the foundation holding it all together? Let's get into it. The whole model is built on a really simple but incredibly powerful idea, the cooperative. So it's a private, business-to-business setup where all the members pool their resources. You can think of it as a way for smaller landowners and entrepreneurs to get the muscle of a big corporation. It lets them do things they could never, ever do on their own. So what's the real benefit for the members? Well, they get access to all these high-level services that are usually way out of reach for a small operation. We're talking about things like executive-level business support, professional land assessments, and some really powerful marketing strategies. Now, a really key piece of this puzzle is something called SID systems. It stands for Smart, Intelligent Design. The easiest way to wrap your head around this is to think of it as the operating system for the entire community. It's the master plan that weaves everything together, from green energy and water systems to schools and local businesses. It's basically the toolkit that makes the whole town truly self-sufficient. So you've got the vision and the structure. But how do these communities actually make money? How do they sustain themselves? Let's take a look at the economic engine. Okay, this is where that economic engine really fires up. Just look at this diagram. Right at the heart of it, you've got this steam agritourism ecosystem. But then look at the rings moving outwards. You've got roles for content creators, strategists, organizers, and entrepreneurs. It shows how one single farm can become this incredible hub for education, tourism, and small businesses, creating all these different revenue streams from the exact same piece of land. It's brilliant. In this slide shows you exactly how that works in the real world. If you just follow the flow here, you can see how it moves from the make stage, the raw materials, all the way through processing, manufacturing, distribution, and right to the consumer. It's a complete farm-to-fork supply chain that happens entirely inside the community. That's huge because it creates a closed-loop economy that keeps all the wealth right there, local. All right, so you've got the vision, you've got the structure, you've got the economic engine, but there's a big piece missing, right? How do you actually get an entire community of people on board with this and give them the skills to run it all? Well, that brings us to let's call it the secret sauce. It's a massive challenge, isn't it? I mean, how do you get everybody on the same page and give them the knowledge they need to run these complex, interconnected systems? The answer, and you might not believe this, is a game. It's called Community on Demand, and it's just a brilliant way to teach incredibly complex skills. By using these 72 unique cards, players learn all about community building, business, and finance, not by reading some dry textbook, but by actually doing it in a fun, hands-on way. And as you can see from all these different card collections here, the curriculum is incredibly deep. Players move through what they call achievement domains, mastering everything from entrepreneurship and personal branding to leadership and problem solving. It's a full-spectrum educational tool that's cleverly disguised as a game. And this isn't just about playing cards for fun. There's a real, structured journey here. You can see the 3 phases laid out on this dashboard. Phase 1 is all about the foundation. In Phase 2, players start turning their ideas into actual, real-world solutions. And it all leads up to Phase 3, which is a service learning competition where teams tackle real community problems. It's a clear path from learning to actually doing. So, this brings us to the practical side of things. The vision is incredible, but how does someone actually get involved? How do you start building? So, how does someone really get started? Well, the crucial thing here is that they've laid out a super clear 5-step path. It takes you right from the initial registration all the way to launching your own development program. The whole point is to make this big, ambitious idea feel manageable and to make sure you're guided every single step of the way. And they've made sure there are ways for pretty much everyone to get involved. As you can see, the packages range from a basic plan for folks who just need some support, all the way up to a next-gen plan that's specifically designed to bring young entrepreneurs into the fold. It's really about making sure everybody has a seat at the table. When you look at all of this, the Atwood model really leaves us with a powerful question. It suggests that maybe, just maybe, building a better, more sustainable future isn't just about inventing the next gadget, but about fundamentally rethinking how we live, how we work, and how we grow together as a community.